Play.
As we tuck in.
Love 15.
Clever little shot there from Alex.
That forehand might have beaten a lot of players. We'll talk about the speed of de Minaur as this match progresses. He's something to watch.
All.
He's got power, Medjedovic. And when he couples that with a bit of discipline, as he's just shown there, it makes him a pretty hard man to dislodge from a draw.
He's a young bull. Strong. Built like a front rower.
Started sparring with Novak when he was around 16. And as I said, though, he met him on his 10th birthday. Worked with Victor Troicki for a while. Well, he got there, as he often does, but just couldn't thread the needle with that particular forehand as Medjedovic gets up and running here on Rod Laver, one of the great icons of the world. And there's another one, Cathy Freeman.
Speaking, yes, icons with capital letters there on the right of the screen. Cathy Freeman, 2000 Olympics, 400 metres. I don't think any Australian will ever forget. Beautiful. It's a sweetheart. Good friend of Yvonne's.
Yeah, the greats never really retire, do they, Fitzy? You've always got those memories, those visual reminders of just how great
Alex
they were.
de Minaur to serve.
Speaking of handling pressure, Cathy Freeman, I've never seen pressure like that on a sporting field.
How is it for Alex here?
In terms of pressure?
Yeah, intensity, media.
I don't think it worries him at all. You know, I don't know him like Leighton knows him, and some of the other younger Aussie boys know him. Really good kid, modest, takes it in his stride. I think he knows how good he is, but he wouldn't be the first to tell you.
15.
And I think he handles the pressure really well. I think because I haven't seen it really affect him here in Australia. He plays well in Sydney.
You could see from that stat that he's picked up more wins than virtually everybody else in recent times.
Yeah. No, he feels like coming home here. I tell you what, though, Medjedovic has some serious clout.
He's a proper player.
Oh, my goodness. He looks like a rugby player. He's just out in front of us. He's built like a tank. And he's got sweet timing that produces incredible power.
spends a bit of time. He's been with Jorge now, as I say, for just over a year. He's worked with a friend called Antonio, who's a sports psychologist. He feels as though it is the biggest area that he needs to improve, is just trying to stay calm. He's talked about the fact that there are moments in matches where he goes completely blank. He doesn't take in information. He doesn't process information.
Well, he needs to learn that, and probably reasonably quickly. There's Leighton Hewitt there on the right.
40-30.
Alex is a long-time coach there, Adolfo Gutierrez. Pretty good team.
And a lot of stability. It's always nice to see that. There's also a lot of good knowledge there when you stay with your kind of development coach. A really good understanding of where a stroke has come from. I think sometimes when you take over a player, it's actually really worthwhile, if you think there's a stroke that needs to improve, is to go and ask why that stroke has become the way that it is, how it has been produced, because there's usually a backstory there if it looks a little unusual, and sometimes it's better not to tamper with it. But he has worked hard, hasn't he, Fitzy, on his serve?
He's trying to make it bigger. He's just rolling his arm over here. 211 Ks. That serve looks like it's in third gear. Didn't like that execution too much. He totally mistimed that, didn't he? And it was like a last-second thought just to change his decision-making there into a drop shot. He never got his head around it.
First meeting against the top tenor at a major. As you can see there, a win over Medvedev in Marseille last year. As I say, that was off the back of going and playing the Challenger Tour and picking up a number of wins. Had a lot of confidence. Started the season, then had an illness, picked up a big virus, really couldn't practice prior to coming down here, then had to take a lot of time off, went over to Indian Wells, played the Phoenix Challenger, didn't feel great, got injured again, and then took time off until Madrid of that year. So he's had a couple of seasons where it's been very stop-start. We have definitely not seen the best of him yet.
Let's first time.
You'd think a player, though, with his body type, it's not...
You're obsessed.
Well, mate, he's strong. I'm so impressed with his athleticism, how big he is. You think he'd develop later, wouldn't you? I mean, he's 22, but you could see him playing his best tennis in 4 years. So you think there'd be a big improvement curve waiting for him at some stage?
Well, it is a part of the world where they produce some of the tallest men in the world, and he is standing tall to start with on serve. 2-1.
Cain, 1 minutes 5.
Time.
I was thinking there's been so many changes in tennis, Fitzy, since your time. I mean, nutrition being a big one. The fact that when you step onto a plane these days, most of the players turn left. In your day, you would have turned right because the money wasn't there. So that would have been another big thing. I was thinking sports psychologist. That must have been niche back in your day.
Very niche. And by the way, turning right hasn't changed.
Yeah, but that's because you fly private.
They tell me if you turn left in an aeroplane, it's very difficult to change and go back to the right. That's what they say. He stood over that second serve, didn't he? He just smothered it.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I'm going to be very interested to see how fast Alex hits his second serve tonight. I would think that he's going to be pinging it in comfortably at about 160. That one is at 147, and I would expect him to kind of try and tuck him up, not use the kicker too much. But it's early days, first meeting. And talking about his serve, it's not just about pace. I know he has added some pace, but obviously it's about his +1 shot, how aggressive he's been. But, you know, credit to the Australian #1. Back in 2021, his whole percentage on tour, 76% of his service games he held. You want to talk about an improvement. Last year, 84% service games held. For somebody that isn't notoriously known as a big server, he has improved this motion out of sight. And that number sounds really good when I put it like that, because that is a massive jump, but it was kind of a really good, solid progression from 76 to 78 to 79 to 80. I don't know how much you've seen of Medjedovic, but he's a baller, as you can see here, Fitzy. If you don't mix the blends, you give him the kind of same ball, he is going to be somebody that is going to be able to move it around very nicely.
Yeah, the ball certainly comes off the middle of his racket, doesn't it? Always a good sign.
Yeah, that slice might be very effective down the line tonight.
And he's got that latent Hewitt cunning too. He knows as soon as he sees something like that, it'll be in the memory bank. There's Leighton. You know, I sat on the court. I had the privilege of sitting on the court with him in Davis Cup for 10 years. He could work out a player within 10 minutes of a warm-up if he'd never seen him before. So how much do you think I told him? Nothing. Not quite, but he didn't need, he just worked it out. Very clever, and Alex is a little bit the same, and he's got that in his corner tonight, so they'd have that in the memory bank, that slice down the line there.
Just got Craig Tiley on the phone here. He's asking for his money back.
And why's that?
because you didn't do anything as Davis Cup captain.
Craig, I was kidding. Too late now. On a doubles court, I had Todd Woodbridge in that team too. Didn't have to tell Todd anything.
My goodness, one of the easiest weekends of all time. That's like, did you tell your wife you're going to work or on vacation?
I tell you, I still broke out into a hive quite a few times.
Broke out as a sweat mowing the lawn.
Got shingles once.
30-15.
What,
It was imaginary stress.
You forgot to book the wrong restaurant.
Just imaginary stress.
Let's proceed.
Actually, to be fair, having Todd on your team would have been pretty stressful.
Oh, that's below the belt. I'm going to tell Todd you said that. Oof, that one got a bit late on him.
Don't you love these opening?
30.
I mean, we call them games, but they're kind of rounds like boxing, and you just
feeling each other out.
And it's like, oh, that works.
Yeah.
You've suddenly just seen, hasn't it? The slice has suddenly become far more frequent.
Yeah.
That was a very interesting pass. Having watched Alex play for so many years, that almost felt like he had been told prior to the match that this guy doesn't volley particularly well.
Make him volley at all costs type of pass.
Yeah. Usually you'd just flat line it straight down the line and be break point up.
Gee, twice he's done that, and neither attempted drop shot has looked like going over the net. So he needs to play that with more intent if he's going to do it. That was just a last second, didn't come off the middle of the racket. It's also a sign for me that he's a little concerned about staying in long rallies with de Minaur. That is a big first serve.
Advantage, Medjedovic.
It's a quick, fast attack off what wasn't a bad return there. Medjedovic has stood up to his first real challenge on serve very emphatically, 3-2.
Time.
Oh,
Talk me through it, Fitzy.
oh, with Chris Harrop there on the left of screen, one of the greats for Petch. AFL footy, you follow that? That's Eddie Betts.
I know it, but I don't want to say I follow it. Yeah.
He played for the Adelaide Crows. He also played for Carlton. Okay, yes, he did. But he played for the Adelaide Crows, my team. He gave me so much pleasure. Skillful.
Has he seen some of your black and white tapes?
No, he had X Factor. He doesn't remember me. He's a bit younger than that, but he had X Factor. You know, in all sports, the great ones.
Yeah.
He had it.
It is an amazing thing, that, isn't it? It's just, you can't see it, but you can feel it, and it is absolutely real.
And you have the ability to defy physics, I'm trying to say. He could defy physics with the way he kicked a goal. I feel so much better now I know he's at the tennis. Not far away. He's got a big lunge, hasn't he?
Yeah, I'm just thinking that Alex has he's delivered a lot of serves out wide on that backhand side, on the ad side already, hasn't he? He's clearly seen that he doesn't really cut the angle and drive it back, and if he can get it wide enough, it is just a very defensive kind of stab return, and Alex can go straight to work.
There's Eddie.
30 for 10.
And he's with the new president. Have you met Chris Harrop yet?
I haven't, no.
Taken over from Jane Herdlicker. And he's the new chairman and president of Tennis Australia. I get the feeling there that he tried to fake Alex a little bit. He took a bit of a goose step there when he went in to play that, as if to try to bluff Alex a little bit here, and lost his step, lost his balance. So he should win it from here, and he just sort of delayed his step, I think, there to try and put it, I think. There you go. A ball he should have made. He's built like a rugby player. He had a few great rugby players, league and union. They had that goose step. They'd fake you with the goose step.
Did you grow up playing other sports? Did you play
Australian football?
You played Australian football, did you?
Yeah.
Alex de Minaur. 3 games on.
Medjedovic getting into tennis via the television. He was watching it back home in Serbia, and supposedly was kind of mimicking some of the shots that the players he was watching on TV with a wooden spoon. And then there was a local club next to his, and well, his dad and he went and hit balls, and he got very good at it very quickly. Then obviously had to, as most tennis players do, make the jump to a bigger city, better practice, up to Belgrade. He spends most of the time, I think, now in southern Spain. He was certainly practicing with Hubie Hurkacz at the end of last year in pre-season.
I tell you, no wonder Novak liked practicing with him with that backhand. They would have gone for, I don't know, I was going to say hours. That's an exaggeration. They would have gone a long time without missing one, I think.
Yeah. I always laugh when I see people talk about tennis. It's played between 0 and 4 shots, which it is. If you look at the numbers, it's 70% of points in tennis is played between 0 and 4 shots, the shorter version of it. But every single one of these players here, as you say, could go quarter of an hour without missing if they put their mind to it. Just catching a little bit, potentially a little thermal there from de Minaur. He was a bit surprised that it travelled over the baseline. Some pretty skillful tennis.
Medjedovic
Gave him the bluff with the potential drop shot, knocked it long, and those balls have come and gone, and nobody has had a look at a break point. 4-3. Let's just take a look at what Alex is trying to do here. As we've been saying, this is kind of a feeling out process for both players, not just for Alex, but so far a lot of the traffic has been directed through the two-hander of Medjedovic off the forehand side from de Minaur. So taking quite a few Fitzy kind of down the line, but the inside out, he's trying to go to the side that doesn't produce as much pace, is a flatter hit, may catch the net on the way over. So far though, Medjedovic has worked his magic from his side in defending it.
Look, part of the reason there's such a high number there is that when he does go in, which hasn't been often so far tonight, he will go off. He'll hit the off forehand down the line to the double hander and go in. That's his play. It was a Leighton Hewitt specialty, and he during the rally he's likely, that one looked like it went across court. He's more likely to go across court during the rally. So, or he'll mix it up at least. And this backhand, though, of Medjedovic doesn't look like it's going to break down. Neither did Novak, come to think of it. What a defensive backhand he had. The best we've ever seen, surely.
Yep. Milestone season for last year for Alex Fitzy. First time that he actually managed to get to raise his bat with 50 match wins on the season. The last 3 seasons prior to that, as successful as they had been, he hadn't quite managed to get through what is a fairly magic number. Fiancée Katie Bolter, unfortunately going out in the opener, a tough draw for Katie. Her rankings outside the world's top 100 at the moment, lost to Belinda Bencic. Very in form. I
was going to say, very much in form. Good to see her back, you know, like young mother. There's Katie.
Belinda being the young mum.
Did you misunderstand me?
Yeah, no, I just wanted to clarify it for my own sake because I suddenly thought that I hadn't done my homework.
No. No, it's great. What a achievement to have a baby and come back like Belinda has done. Yvonne Goolagong did that. Won Wimbledon for the second time. Yeah. Now he took the pace off that, so that's a little tactical move from de Minaur. He didn't just hit a regular slice deep. He took the pace off it. He feathered that one a little bit short. Guess what? Got a mistake.
De Minaur.
John Morris to the left of Katie. That's his agent. Kleiss is, of course, coming back after giving birth and winning that dramatic US Open in 2009. And at 4 apiece, this Rod Laver Arena crowd getting very much into it, and that is something that really does inspire and lift Alex. Can he respond? Just can't quite get the depth to get neutral off the return at the moment.
Yeah, he's dropping that a bit short because I think short and low to the backhand might, or to either side might, short, if it's low, might be a good play, but not if it's just dropping in the middle of the court like that.
Then trying to nudge it to a good length and just got it wrong. Hasn't quite found the range. Some of that due to this man's nice serving and potential threat that Alex is definitely feeling out there at the moment. Yeah, he's aware of it, and that's why he's just overcooked that one. Just the 6th point that de Minaur's picked up against the Serb serve in this opening set.
Cain. Medjedovic.
Cleans things up very nicely.
By 5 games to 4.
More for the Australian to ponder at this change of ends.
Time.
tennis is the main event, but there is so much to enjoy as you wander around the grounds here at Melbourne Park. There is a little bit of something for everyone. But all eyes on the Australian. That's Sam Croft, isn't it?
That is Sam.
Sam sitting with Beck Hewitt.
Leighton's wife.
Oh.
That's kind of the pace I was expecting to see from Alex mostly. That one in at 159. He's done a decent job. 50% of his second serves being protected at the moment.
That's a pretty big second serve, by the way, from him. 159?
I mean, he sits around that number now. It's impressive.
Gee, great pass. Wonderful touch and feel there on the pass. He took the speed off that Medjedovic to make it dip. And that's the forehand I talk about with that one there. Alex normally uses that, but Medjedovic up to the task. That was the easy one. The first one was the beautiful shot. Yeah, move the big fella around there. Made him move.
40-10.
Leighton discussing tactics.
Head down, total focus.
How quick do you think he is? Compare him to the man in the box, sitting in his corner. Leighton Hewitt.
Whoa, that's a pretty high bar to start with. I think he and Leighton would have been very similar. Very similar.
Fair call.
Yeah. I think Leighton probably balanced maybe a touch better. It was a little harder to get back in behind Leighton. For some of the bigger hitters out there, I think that maybe Yannick and Carlos can get in behind Alex a bit easier, but straight line speed.
Straight line speed, you got an answer?
15.
I mean, that's a dead heat for me.
Okay.
And you?
I'm tempted to say straight line speed. I'm tempted to say Alex. With Leighton, I think better anticipation, probably. But that's a very high bar. I've never asked Leighton, actually. I might.
Well, you think
What do you
he's
think?
gonna, well, you think he's going to say he's slower than Alex?
Well, he is about 20 years older.
Oh, now maybe. Yeah.
15 all.
But I do love watching this young man move. He's a wonderful, quick athlete. And that wasn't a bad drop. It was the best drop shot Medjedovic has hit. He got there relatively in comfort.
Yeah, and I'm not entirely sure that the drop shot itself is for him
30-10.
a shot that he thinks he's going to win that many points with if you just take it in isolation. I think what he's doing here is going to play a high frequency of them at times to force Alex to be up closer to the baseline so that when he hits a ball like that, he gets an error. or he gets a softer reply.
First little bit of emotion that de Minaur showed can have an effect too on a young player. Business end of the first set. It gets the attention of the server here.
Yeah, I don't think that was entirely spontaneous.
Can't drop that ball short there.
40-30.
Showed his promise at the back end of 23 in Saudi Arabia when he won the next gen. He beat Arafith in the final of that particular tournament. And you can see why.
Yeah.
It's a heavyweight shot, but it's also disciplined. And Jorge will love that. 6-5. Medjedovic, the first to 6. Just take a little look at some of the where the ball lands there. Good first serve. You can see here, there's Alex, gets his head down. Some of the great movers out there, they all do something a little bit different. I remember watching Murray run for it. That racket would have been tapped twice on the ground, almost like using it to kind of dig into the ground to get a little bit more forward momentum as he's running forward. Alex didn't need that assist.
What are you inferring, Andy had a crutch? Maybe.
I knew you were going to come with that.
Cut it out.
His walking stick.
One of the great players of all time, and yeah.
But it was his trademark.
No, he did do that.
Yeah, but it also made total sense because he got so low, Murray, into the sprint with his head forward, that when he moved his arm, he was so close to the ground anyway that he almost had to tap it with the racket. But it was always like a sound when you heard it, you thought he's there.
He's going to make it.
Yeah. Is this opening set destined to be won in a tiebreak? First time, and not at an opportune time, that Medjedovic has just frayed a little bit at the edges emotionally after losing that point. Cooler night tonight, and I just wonder whether Alex is having to force it a little bit more than he has done up till now.
It's good if you can lift it up like this. Fantastic.
There you go. That's got to be the plan.
30-15.
Yeah, it's a very flat backhand, isn't it? Look how open the face is, you know, at times on the contact. Look at where the strings end up on the follow-through, almost to the sky. If he can get it down there, Medjedovic has got to kind of massage it over.
Yeah, and remember out there that if someone slices a ball, the opponent needs to aim a little higher. The spin will take that ball down off the racket face. Wow. So he's hit the drop shot eventually, the one that
30.
actually beats the speedster.
That is absolutely brilliant, because not only is the pass is so good, but he delayed the drop shot until the very last second. It's impossible to see it coming.
Gee, that must have missed by a whisker. We're down on the court surface, right below the height of where Alex de Minaur is, right in front of us, and it's tough for us to tell through the air whether how close that was, but it must have been close. And one behind those windows.
That's outrageously good from Medjedovic. Tell you what, Fitzy, the other thing we're getting from this angle is how much movement off the forehand from Medjedovic. It is curving in the air. It's not easy to pick up where it's going to be after the bounce.
Alex just walked out in front of us. He wouldn't blow a candle out. Would not blow a candle out right now. And he's been made to move pretty substantially here.
He's there.
He won the point. The crowd goes crazy, but I promise you, Medjedovic has his attention. He seriously has his attention here. This is outstanding stuff from the young Serb as well.
He made just one mistake in an otherwise perfect point that he didn't close the net down. He would have been quick enough to get back for any defensive lob. The crowd get everything all in one go there. They get a hold of serve from Alex. They get the reaction that they want, that they can feed off.
And they're going to get their money's worth here. And we didn't pay for a ticket, you and I, Mark.
No, we did not. Look at that. That is everything. He had a good season last year in the Breakers. Over 60% of them won, which is a terrific number for de Minaur.
Please.
The Australian way, way back. Picked up just 3 points against this second serve of Medjedovic. Well, you would have said at the start of the match, that is the kind of point that de Minaur wants to play over and over again, right in his wheelhouse. But it is Medjedovic who is impressed. Didn't open up the court. Look at the placement from Medjedovic until he hit that particular shot.
Medjedovic.
Great return also, bravo.
And that's where also, I know he's missed the backhand, but that is also where the drop shot is so valuable, because Alex had to take a little step forward to cover it. Medjedovic didn't actually need to hit it that hard or that close to line. The drop shot has done the damage.
By heck, he looks dangerous right now, though.
Not too many players go through a breaker against this man, though, without dropping at least 1 point. If he hits another one like that, it's interesting that they both look at him. That is almost, again, predetermined tactic. Get in behind de Minaur. Don't go to the space. He's going to be able to close it down. And we've seen a number of those off that forehand side tonight.
Medjedovic.
Bravo.
Medjedovic.
Where Alex wants to be, but for a lot of neutrals, there's plenty of jeopardy still in this opening set tiebreak. Can the 22-year-old remain flawless?
Medjedovic.
Gee, that last pass had a look over the net, didn't it, that ball? Just got two eyeballs above the net, but not the rest of the face.
6-2.
It's been an impressive set.
It's been amazing. I know it's a subdued applause, and understandably so, where we are and who Medjedovic is playing against, but it has been absolutely spectacular. A little stumble at the finishing line.
6-3. Medjedovic.
Couple of quick points. De Minaur tucks those away. Thank you very much.
6-4. Medjedovic. Medjedovic.
Can he quieten the voice in his head and finish the task? You bet he can.
Medjedovic. By 7 games.
Highly.
So the next question is, how long can he play like this? At 22 years of age on a big stage, first set he's won off a top 10 player outside of Daniel Medvedev. Can he do this for 3 straight hours?
30.
I get the feeling we've got a good player on our hands here, though, Mark. You'd be silly not to think so. He's so heavy. That ball is, it's like a super ball coming at you.
Important set for Medjedovic to win. Alex has been absolutely perfect here in Australia over the years when he's won the opening set. 15-0 for the Australian. Things turn around obviously dramatically when he drops the opener. Managed to win just 3 times and lose 8 when he's found himself in a similar situation as he does tonight. Back in 2017, he's been coming here a while. He beat Gerald Meltzer from a set down, Lorenzo Massetti in 22, and Francisco Cerundolo in 25 last year from a set down. And he managed to dig out that second set in the breaker. That was very tense moments for de Minaur.
de Minaur.
It's going to be very interesting, and it's going to happen at some point tonight.
First game.
How
second set.
Medjedovic deals with the first bit of adversity when he drops his serve. How he goes about his business afterwards. Does he keep being as buttoned up as he is right now and not giving away too much? And I'm sure Alex is as eager as everyone else to see that transpire sooner rather than later. We're playing over net here, but Natalie Cook played over a slightly higher net, beach volleyball net. Gold medalist. Tough to play on the UK beaches. It hurts your feet when you land on those pebbles.
15-11.
That's why it's never taken off.
Yeah, that play he will use more and more, I think. And Medjedovic will find a way to deal with it over time, but he has made a mess of a couple, hasn't he, when he's had to move forward out of his comfort zone. This is a softer shot, dropping short. He's taken the speed off that ball, and in he comes. He has to get in there, and it just throws his timing a fraction.
I mean, it's a pretty uncomplicated action that seems to be able to deliver some really good velocity.
Muscle.
Can't be just muscle, though, can it?
Can't be just.
I don't reckon Mike Tyson serves like this guy. Not that I'm going to tell, but if I see Mike, I'm not telling him that.
Where do you find all these thought processes?
Yeah,
From a strange place.
You only hang out with me once a year. Be grateful.
Game. Medjedovic. 1 game on.
Yeah, once again, close, but no cigar at the moment for de Minaur in terms of carving out some pressure moments. Oh, Medjedovic's serve.
Still thinking of Mike Tyson coming into this commentary box and saying, which one of you said that? I'm throwing you under the bus.
Do you know what? It's a bit like being on safari with me, Fitzy. You just need to be not the slowest in the pack when the lion's coming. I'll be the first out the door. Yeah, that's nice. And it's not the easiest serve for him to hit, obviously. There's a little bit more of a forehand grip, doesn't he, Alex, on his serve, to be able to square up the racket face and get a few extra kphs on the serve.
Both of these guys have incredible defence from a deep, low ball to be able to almost half volley the ball with timing. I mean, a shot like that, that was deep, that ball, and it just presented no trouble at all. On the line.
40 for 10.
goodness. Well, I was about to praise
40,
the backhand
13.
half volley there. It was a case in point of what we were just talking about. What a defensive backhand, but it was overshadowed by this miss.
Yeah, and when he wants to generate, we talked a little bit about cooler air tonight. Is he forcing it? Is he having to throw his body a little bit more into it? Head moves. We saw how still Novak's head was the other night when he started off his campaign here in Melbourne. There's the diagonal dagger he was looking for.
New ball space.
De Minaur,
De Minaur
2-1
leads
second
by
set,
2
having
games
dropped
to
the
1.
opener. As quick as he is, he's had an awful lot of pace coming at him tonight. We've seen it behind the serve, we've talked about that, but also on the forehand. Medjedovic forehand is absolutely monstrous. He's about 10 Ks up, Fitzy, on average for the tournament here at the Australian Open. More pace means better depth in general, and as you can see there, he is plugging them in the last third of the court, and Alex is having to deal with that. Less time to see it, less time to feel it off the bounce, and with the huge pace.
I think Alex can defend it okay, but when that happens to you, when you have to defend a ball like that, ironically, you normally drop it a bit shorter. So his reply, Alex, is in play, but it's just a bit shorter, and then he's in trouble. So, yeah, he's got a lot of pressure on de Minaur right now. No doubt about that. We've got a real contest on our hands.
He's got the foot speed, and Medjedovic has got the racket speed. Big speed on serve, but the forehand, it is absolutely huge. In fact, only Artifice, who unfortunately is not here because he's been struggling with the back issue that he's had for the whole of his tennis playing career, was faster on tour.
Normal logic on a tennis court is if you can make the guy play another shot and keep that in mind all match, he'll make a number of errors because of it. One works there for de Minaur.
15 on.
Gee, that is big. We're sitting at court height basically.
Do you know what it also was short in the box? I mean, he's got a great bit of pronation at the top there in his motion. I mean, he's as you keep saying, he's strong, so he can drive up with those legs, but he really gets a great bit of pronation at the top and snap down into the court with that racket.
I don't know how much money I would have paid for this serve, but it would have been a lot.
You wouldn't have had to work here with me, so it would have been worth it, every cent.
Bit of cat and mouse from de Minaur. Haven't seen him go for that one down the line. I mean, it's a riskier shot. We all know that. But you're more likely to hit the winner if you're good enough to hit this one down the line. The opposition's leaning across court, waiting for the higher percentage backhand. Might need to start using that a little more.
Interesting phase of the match right now. Ninth ace. And that is above average already for Medjedovic in terms of the aces he usually produces in match. And we haven't even got halfway through the second set.
Well, Alex doesn't give much away in his body language, but there's definitely an annoyed look on his face, particularly after he went down 40-30 there. He missed an opportunity at 15-30. He had his racket on that return, put it in the net, and from then on he had no say in the matter. He's a bit annoyed.
In the second. But intense. Vamos.
Yeah, I think he's annoyed because there's nothing he can do about it, because he knows that Medjedovic is having a good night so far with the aces, and no matter how much you try and put it to one side, no matter how resilient you are, and Alex is one of the most resilient out there on the tour, sometimes it can just sort of bubble over for a second. Certainly did in the last game.
Well, there's no doubt this is becoming slowly possibility that it's a losable option. I mean, this kid is good, and number 6 in the world, Alex de Minaur. He's got a fight on his hands here. He wouldn't want a long 5-setter either, by the way. Not that he's thinking about the detrimental effect after this match that could have, because there's only one thing on his mind now, is to win this one. But he wouldn't have been expecting this level, I don't believe.
Yeah, listen, and he's the higher ranked player. They like to dominate. Well, he's missed it, but that may well be another good down payment on success later. And we saw it on the backhand side. You see Alex's split step there was back. He was worried about the heavy hit that was coming at him.
Let's. First serve.
Keep the change out of that, Mark Petchy.
What? I mean, when he hits it, it stays hit.
You know the old saying, yes. He's taking it in his stride too, isn't he?
Yeah, there's a little uncertainty for Alex about what to do, and now the fact that Medjedovic is settling in, feeling very comfortable in these surroundings, he's suddenly jumping around, not giving Alex access to the body serve on the second. Yeah, he felt like he had to force it, and he wasn't wrong.
Advantage. Medjedovic.
Well, this is becoming serious right here. He's a bit flat right now, Alex.
I think he's a little unmoored. He's a little unsure how to go about playing the points. Tactics is knowing what to do when there's something to do, but for the most part, Alex's strategy is knowing what to do when there's nothing to do, because he's the one that's moving the chess pieces around. Oh, he had to make up some serious ground.
He actually got there pretty easily, but that was pure speed. I'm backing my claim a bit earlier. He had to move here. He had to make this volley, and that was exhilarating speed. It only takes one break of serve from his point of view to feel like he's maybe right in the mix again. Right now he feels like he's pushing uphill, especially if he'd lost this game. Not over yet. Wow.
What an exhibition of great shot making this is.
Yeah.
Well, he's got the game. That's what we've seen for the first hour and 20 minutes. Does he have the physical capacity and the mental capacity to do this for another hour, 2 hours? Because he's certainly going to get tested in that range.
He's one of the cleanest ball strikers I've seen this Open so far. But no guarantee he won't go off either. So de Minaur needs to play the competitive game.
Legs. Legs.
And when you see a bit of negative body language like that, it inspires you a fraction.
It's a really awkward backhand when you couple it together with the dynamite that's produced off the forehand side, because it comes in low, but you really have an eagerness when he hits a backhand to try and get on the front foot, but it's not really at the height that you can take it on. And Alex isn't a guy with huge RPMs that can get the ball up and down.
Advantage, de Minaur.
This is potentially the best outcome here for the Australian if he scrambles to safety here. Chances for Medjedovic, a long, hard returning game.
De Minaur.
Let's just bookmark that one. He is fired up, and rightly so. It felt important. Let's just see how priceless it was. Look at this connection.
Time.
All right, interesting times. Alex looked over to his box and he was telling them he is here to fight. Medjedovic looked over and looked deeply frustrated with the outcome in that last returning game. Yeah, and he can unravel.
For me, that's a bad sign. Bad sign from a young player. As well as he's played, he's been outstanding so far, but that wasn't a good look.
And all de Minaur wants is one look.
Well, that's what he's got to base his whole game plan around right now then. If he knows that this young lad can implode, this is his goal.
Coast to coast. And he's got a PhD in passing shots.
Let's. First serve.
But I find it hard to fathom.
You're from a different generation.
Yeah, up 7-6. On serve in the second. He's playing out of his shoes.
Oh, yeah. He's been winning the shorter version. 15 out of 16 points coming into this game. Well, under 5 shots, they've gone to Medjedovic, the points that he had won. And suddenly, Alex had nicked a couple.
This is out of Leighton Hewitt's playbook right here.
That last service game, you just knew something was going to come off the back of it if de Minaur could get through it. Can he capitalize on it?
Oh, a bad look.
Sarcastically, thumbs up to the crowd, clapping his racket.
He looks like he's going to implode here. Went for a 2:06 second serve, like in desperation. I didn't need to.
Please.
Crowd are going to run him now. They know they're going to get a reaction. Oh, this is cinema.
He's on the edge.
Surely not another one. Wow. I mean, it is unreal. He has just taken all of his career prize money and stuck it on red at the casino.
Well, the reason we're reacting like this in the commentary box is that he is on the edge. He's going for stuff that is low percentage here to save himself. Maybe he's good enough to do it. And it seems though there he's got his act back together mentally, because he didn't a couple of minutes ago.
Alex is going to make him work for this. Gone deep. What a move forward to take out the easy return for de Minaur with the serve and volley.
I just get the feeling Alex just had to get that over though, didn't he?
I mean, he was a long way back. The drop volley was on if he just makes it over. But you've got to admire his fortitude to serve and volley.
You do.
He's not out of trouble yet, no.
Juice.
Yeah, the volleys don't have the same fear factor that the forehand has.
Not even close.
And the great heist is on.
Well, one thing's for sure, he hasn't played in front of 15,000 parochial fans like this against him before. And this is a whole new situation for a young player on a learning curve. If he's good enough to deal with this, he's going to be a force. But he's got to keep his head together. And the speed of de Minaur there came to the fore.
Once again, code red situation.
Juice.
He delivers. Well, he earned his luck because it was a fantastic return. He did not middle the next backhand. It slightly crept over, and it came through at an uncomfortable height for Medjedovic, who is back in an uncomfortable situation. A 5th break point in the game. I mean, that is ice cold.
Yeah.
Juice.
Couple of absolutely pulsating games back to back. Alex staying up. He's having a shuffle along that sort of baseline. That time it works nicely, gets the depth on the return, which he struggled to do tonight.
Advantage, de Minaur. De Minaur.
Melbourne roars. And Australia applauds.
By 4-2.
A telling game.
Telling on both sides of the net as well, but more importantly, telling about this man's character. Said it many times about tennis, doesn't always create character, tennis. But I tell you, the one thing it does do is reveal it.
Thank you. Ready for play.
He's had a torrid 90 minutes.
There's no doubt about de Minaur's character.
He's got to be careful there, Medjedovic, not to use his team as a scratching post for too much longer. Needs to focus. De Minaur, one of the most watertight players in these situations. Well, he's trying to keep it short, and there's a good reason why. Medjedovic, he does not want to extend any of these points in this match. Look at that. Set 2, 23 points won between Norton 4 shots. Just the one when it has gone past that number. That is where De Minaur is excelling. Massive sea change in the match. He is one of the great problem solvers out there on tour, is the Australian. 5-2.
5 games to 2.
Kaleidoscope of colours outside. Kaleidoscope of choices as well in terms of whatever you want to eat, drink, enjoy. He is perhaps rattling through a kaleidoscope of strategies that he is now needing to kind of implement to some degree against one of the trickiest players out there on the tour. Or can his heavy hit continue to maintain some sort of presence in this second set?
Thank you. Players are ready.
I wonder, Fitzy, if there was a little chat here about the physio, because he has made absolutely no effort to run for that ball. Could be wrong, but it was a strange move because he's been trying to get everything. And De Minaur has got all the encouragement in the world to keep picking up balls like that.
And think forward. Don't think back. Don't think back. Come on.
Well, those words from the coaching staff, think forward, don't think back, tells you a bit, doesn't it? Says he's got a problem with thinking back.
You won't see a better return than that all tournament.
Well, you can't doubt the character here.
End of range out of Medjedovic's range, as is the set probably.
15-14.
Too good.
30-14.
Robbed the ball of the bounce. That was so soft.
And second set, de Minaur.
He dropped the anchor at 3-2 and completely changed the direction of the set and more than likely the match. Set a piece. It's in the ignition and make it happen.
De Minaur to serve. Ready? Play.
Very smart come on at the end of that,
15.
immediately trying to get the crowd revved up.
Pretty good drop shot, by the way.
Even better get. Do think Medjedovic should have been a lot further inside the baseline there. Would have been able to take that on the volley and just knock it over de Minaur's head. Was loitering around the baseline and then ended up having a very tricky shot. This is a promising start.
14.
Very positive game for de Minaur. I mean, Medjedovic played a couple of good points there. Didn't win them. The drop shot was pretty darn good. The speed beat him. And that last point might remain in his thought process for a while. He missed the easy one there in the end, and the speed had him off balance a little bit, I think.
You've kind of watched him now, Fitzy, for the last sort of 40 minutes, and you get the sense of why maybe he hasn't quite elevated his ranking to where his tennis would seem he could be, and that's because he's not far off, is he, constantly circling the drain.
Yeah.
Even that last backhand, it was a glance back to the corner.
Yeah. Thinking of the negative things in his mind.
Because his tennis at times is sublime.
Love Victor.
That's 12 of the last 14 points for Alex.
If you're sitting at home, just take a leaf out of de Minaur's book there. He was so humble on the run to the forehand. He put the next one through the middle, and then it was a great backhand back down the line from Medjedovic. He put the next one down the middle.
Yeah, keeping himself in the point.
Let's.
Alex never commits geometric suicide out here. Yes, he's got the wheels to obviously protect himself after he's hit that shot to recover.
Okay, well, that's a good sign from the youngster.
30.
Alex has definitely spent a little bit more time tonight trying to upset the rhythm of the 22-year-old, making him wait a little bit.
Please.
I mean, we're here to comment. We're commentators.
14.
But his behaviour has been a bit like a junior at times. At times. Things are bothering him that would bother you at one of the junior tournaments you play. Like, he's got to be better than this if he's going to play at this level. I mean, his tennis is good enough, surely. And he might be able to get himself together. I mean, like he might, but right now you would doubt that.
Let's. For serve.
Oh, he gets away. Well done. Good serve. Alex misses one he shouldn't have.
Juice.
Well, I like the fight here from the youngster.
You know, you can find such easy pace. I'm kind of thinking about when Novak changed his second serve, kind of thought process, went for big second serves, never really missed them, but they were sort of more around the 175,
yeah.
180K. I mean, he has just absolutely gone for top line speed.
That was 210.
It's at everything. Not another drop shot. Australia exhales.
Point of the night.
De Minaur leads by 2 games to none.
Tennis is for adrenaline junkies, living on the edge all the time. And the fans on the edge of their seat. And then at the end of the rally, they were out of their seat. There were a few left behind their seat.
I think you've got to give them both credit. That was one heck of a point from both players, wasn't it? Tension. But it's the peripheral sort of body language that might be getting the youngster into trouble. So it remains to be seen. Look at that look. That's, yeah, I'm the boss.
15-11.
He's a talent, though. Medjedovic, isn't he? More than one way to contain talent, though. You need talent in many facets to play this sport at this level. And I've got to admit, there's a few players around where others say, oh, he's got so much talent, he can do this, he can do that. Yeah, but where did he have talent in resilience? Did he have talent in behavior? Did he have talent in competing? They all go hand in hand. Awesome. The timing is certainly there.
13-15. Oh.
Here's a stat for you, Fitzy. It's been an hour and 20 minutes
40-13.
since Medjedovic has won a point that's gone past 5 shots.
That's interesting.
And even the short rallies are going De Minaur's way, to the delight of the crowd here. 3-love, third set.
Leads by 3 games to none. Time.
He's looking for solutions. I think right now the main solution would come from within him. You've been talking about about that sort of resilience. And we've talked about the talent that Medjedovic has, but consistency is the tax you pay to outlast talent. And Alex has been super consistent tonight.
Love.
Well, you know, at the start of this match, in the first set, it appeared to me that he could go long periods without missing balls. You know, I made the comment, I said, no wonder, you know, Novak wanted to practice with him. Great practice. But in the last sort of hour, like you're talking about, he's just missing too early. And maybe he's trying to go for too much to beat the speed of de Minaur, but certainly has lost that consistency factor.
Yeah, cheap. Going for cheap winners against this guy is an expensive illusion. You are not going to come away with the bigger prize. You might win a point or two. No points off for de Minaur. It's making Medjedovic earn every single one.
Oh, my goodness. Well, Alex hit a perfect approach. Nearly. Oh, that was too good.
13.
He's got some skill. Great approach to make him hit a very difficult pass. Too good.
I mean, he had a sniper's chance of making that.
Well, he needs this. It'd be a big game for the youngster to win.
Yep, you're right. He doesn't need to have his tyres deflated anymore.
7 games in a row to de Minaur at this point.
This is Alex's house, and the house always wins. And once you get into that rally, as we've been highlighting tonight, Alex comes away with the prize more often than not. He's absolutely ambushed him.
Advantage, de Minaur.
Medjedovic has crushed some down the tee in this game. It's been his favourite serve. Look at this. Perfect balance. And he turns Medjedovic into a spectator.
As he made contact there, it was when the noise came from him. He knew as he was making contact, he was going to make it.
De Minaur, you are something else. In amongst the screeching of tyres out in the middle of the court there, Medjedovic ripped one, 171 Ks. It still wasn't good enough.
How much rubber is left on those shoes? Oh, that was awesome. My heart rate went up. And I'm just sitting down, Mark. What a speedster, what a speedster. 8 games in a row now. It's one-way traffic at the moment.
And good footwork, more footwork, more. Full, vamos.
You know, there was a moment early in the second set when Alex walked back near us and he looked certainly not lost, but he looked a little bit confused and he was not happy, was he? And he was trying to find a way. We talked about it. He was trying to find a way. He wasn't quite sure how to play against Medjedovic. And since then, it's just been one-way traffic. It's amazing. It turned on a dime. Or in this country, a 10-cent piece. But it was
15.
It was the younger player that contributed to that, without a shadow of a doubt. A few little adverse moments caused him some negativity.
Oh, no way. Go on. Oh, this is like watching AI tennis.
Well, good for you, Hamad. He found the humour in that. That's an acknowledgement of
15,
saying,
13.
wow, you're quick, mate. Good for him. I mean, that is defensive skills almost out of this world.
Not out of ammo yet. The set feels as though it's out of his reach.
15, 14.
Point by point.
It's nice, eh? Yes, bravo, bravo.
Yeah, never a great sign when a player's guessing with their footwork that early on, because he was a long way behind his baseline there, but Medjedovic had given him the cross court, the easier of the two shots.
That is top shelf. There's some firepower there.
I mean, it's not easy to punch at that guy's defense from there, and he has. Rocket from Hamad. The old triple-digit play off the forehand side. Nice to be able to unload and put the acceleration on the ball. That, though, although it did pick up this particular game because it was the final point, feels more of a point-winning strategy than a match-winning strategy. You can't unload on that type of shot consistently and make everyone. The percentages just don't sit with you.
It's probably like driving a car that goes from 0 to 100 in 3.5 seconds. I mean, you very rarely use it, Pets, but gee, it's nice to have it under the bonnet, isn't it?
I wouldn't know if it's...
No, you wouldn't know. Okay.
No.
Well, me either, really.
I can only afford a bicycle.
Just trying to find an analogy.
It's true, though. You're absolutely right. I mean, you know, when you look at the great players, yes, they have something a little bit different that they can produce in one of the biggest moments, but their greatness is in their ability to repeat the same point time and time again. It isn't the fact that they scorch the lines, they burn the back edge, as we've just seen from Medjedovic. It's the fact that they can just wear you down with high, consistent percentage play. And that's what de Minaur's doing at the moment. How does the 22-year-old respond?
Let's proceed. Love.
I tell you, he can look very impressive when that emotion gets out of his system, that negative emotion.
Got to use your legs and sit down. It's one thing to have the racket head speed, which we've clearly seen tonight. Okay, well, he's dialing through a few different decisions here at the moment, coming in behind that serve. Never going to be easy if de Minaur makes that return to have a comfortable first volley. You're always going to be behind the service line. Dialed up some nice serve. That's Jack Reeder, isn't he? He worked with Victor Troitsky, who was obviously coach of Medjedovic, also worked with Alex Dolgopolov. Thoughts with him, of course, because he's on the front line with Ukraine. As Alex de Minaur steps up to the baseline, trying to restock his lead.
Well, you've got to make a split-second decision if you're running forward like that as to where you're going with that forehand. And by the time you make the decision, you start the swing pattern, sometimes it can be too late to change direction. Medjedovic timed his move to his right just perfectly there. And Alex was committed to going across court.
He's made good use of the drop shot just to run a bit of interference in some of these rallies that Alex is producing.
30-15.
Quickest of the night, 2:05. And when you glue it to the line on top of the fact that you can find that velocity, you're going to get the right outcome. Medjedovic got Alex to idle the engines for a little bit, but he's rallied nicely in that particular service game and getting ever closer to a 2-1 lead tonight.
Time.
It's been a good fun match to watch for this crowd. There'll be no refunds wanted by any of these spectators the way this evening has gone. And a brief hiatus from the action when the rain came down, the roof swiftly closing. And the opportunity certainly in this third set closing rapidly. Medjedovic serving to stay in it.
Let's go, man.
Done an unreal job on that return. It looked like Keanu Reeves in The Matrix returning that ball. But there's that little chipper you've been talking about.
Yeah, I love that one. That's skillful. It's not used a lot. It seems like it's not taught enough these days. I mean, it's not a stock standard shot, is it? But it's something you might need, as he's needed it tonight. Oh, he got a bit lucky. And Alex went the wrong way.
Yeah.
A combination.
15. Oh.
A little bit bricky here. Not an easy shot, though. Didn't soften the hands quite enough, did he? And he got a bit lucky there. But I like the fact that he's mixing it up. And a couple more years of these matches will turn him into an exceptionally good player, you would imagine.
Oh. 15.
Once again, I think he got distracted just because Alex was taking a little bit longer to back into position. He plays pretty quick between points, Medjedovic. You are supposed to technically play at the server's pace.
That unwritten rule though is probably followed less these days because of the time clock.
He's done a really great job in this third set of imposing his tennis and will on this match. Even in the second set, when he scraped through the fifth game of that second set, it was much more about him reacting to what Medjedovic was doing. This set has had all the hallmarks of what makes de Minaur great. And it's not easy to disentangle yourself from a strategy that you don't feel is necessarily working. There was a master of it, just getting out of his chair in the great top, and there's another one. 2-1, Alex de Minaur. In front.
Love.
He's got a very awkward backhand from half court. He doesn't have the wrist work. He doesn't get up the back of the ball. It's very nice when he's got the full 78 foot of the court to use and flight the ball. But when he's got to get it up and down fast, he's in all sorts of trouble.
And with those strong legs, he's not using them either, is he, on that shot? It doesn't seem. Not getting down to the ball.
I don't mind that play. That's a good play. That's just a little shot across the bows of de Minaur. If he serves it to a certain place too often, then that's what's going to happen.
Game. De Minaur.
He's lost the rhythm of winning games. He's still got a few of those isolated shots that he's taking that are coming off, but putting together a run of points that's just making de Minaur feel a little uncomfortable and out of rhythm has gone away for him. And there's the advantage not only of winning the points when you get there, but just tracking down every drop shot. It will deter the opponent from going there too often.
Thank you. Love, 15.
Okay, dangerous time now. Well, it has been for the last set and a half, hasn't it, really? But you keep waiting for him to make a bigger stand. as a competitor here, and he's just, look, he's going against someone who's awfully good too, Mark. Let's not forget that.
15-0.
Yeah, this is what he needs a game here. He doesn't really matter how he gets it, just needs to get a game on the board and get some traction in this fourth set. That is
30-10.
one of the few errors I can remember in the last hour from Alex. I kind of feel that Medjedovic should be looking to make a move
30.
on that slice backhand from Alex. As soon as he's seeing the racket coming forward, even just before contact, trying to run around and get his forehand in his play, he's not making any progress when Alex is chipping that ball either deep or short into his backhand side.
$40-30.
It's got to make de Minaur think a little bit more when he's setting up to play that shot. Just like the man that has guided him along the way, Leighton Hewitt, one of the best lobs in the game.
He did, especially off the backhand wing. He knew how to hold the ball while the net player, the net rusher, made his move. He would delay the hit until he moved forward and get him going the wrong way. He was a master at it. I think he knows we're talking about him.
Please, not before the serve. Advantage, Medjedovic.
Not going to lie, there's a hint of desperation about that kind of delivery from Medjedovic.
Let's for serve.
Smart shot from Alex. Just
Juice.
respected the fact that he was there a little bit late. He's gone cross-court a number of times and not won the point.
Yeah, he didn't have to just judge the width and the length. He had to judge the height he hit that forehand chip with. Bit of a three-dimensional forehand chip.
He's as quick backwards as he is forwards. And he's about to potentially take a huge step forward in his quest to get through to the third round. Oh,
Great.
that is a great volley.
He stuck it, didn't he?
Juice.
Yeah. I like that from his game.
Advantage. Medjedovic.
It's got a boomerang backhand. The Aussie.
Juice.
It always comes back. I mean, he is unloaded on two huge forehands.
Well, part of that is anticipation. Reading where Medjedovic is hitting the ball so he can take half a step already before he makes contact. Something Leighton, we talked about it earlier, something he was so good at. Yeah, make him play. And a little bit lost knowing how to get past this speed. He is so quick.
Advantage. De Minaur.
Talk about living every shot.
Juice.
Well, that's a very difficult ball to hit a good, accurate and effective drop shot from.
Advantage. De Minaur.
Just not a ball that is conducive to that. It was too low. You have to get it from low to high. It takes more time to do that.
And he's lost the art of surprise as well. Alex has been chiseling away at those drop shots, a bit like his idol Djokovic. He loves to hit the backhand drop shot down the line, but he is under 40% in terms of success rate with that drop shot now.
That forehand's like a bazooka, isn't it?
Oh, the serve was as well. I mean, I'm not quite sure how Alex acrobatically got that back into play. Yeah, he's running out of ideas here, and going back to the same one that keeps giving him the wrong answer is not the smartest of play. But the one thing he has done in these moments, which is remarkable, is that he has made 15 out of 17 first serves on breakpoint down. Had he not done that,
is that right?
The scoreline would have been looking even more lopsided. Well, that is the reward for application for Alex de Minaur. Just making another return, another first serve on a break point by his opponent, but the willingness to fling himself, to do whatever it takes to force his opponent to hit one more shot, and he gets the reward. And that really will be the cliff note for this match.
Thank you.
And Fitz, it's the beauty of 5 sets for the guys. It gives you more opportunity, doesn't it, to neutralize the threat. I mean, at a set to Medjedovic and on the brink of losing his serve in that 5th game of the 2nd set, things would have been a lot more awkward for Alex, because at that point, 1-drop service game, he could have been done.
Best of 3 sets, totally different. Exponentially harder to beat the best players over 5.
30 love.
You can shock a good player. I mean, I guess there's a lot of guys around that are ranked lowly, and they can beat a top-ranked player if they get the jump on them. And things happen quickly. Over 5 sets. Oh, that's a bad sign too. Didn't run, didn't look for it.
40 love.
Starting to feel like he can't win this.
Yeah, he hasn't really solved any problems in the same manner that de Minaur has. He's kind of just rearranged his problems. You Aussies could never volley.
That's up for other people to say. But yeah, over 5 sets. That's why in tennis, the great players are the ones that win the majors. Because over 7 matches, over 1 match, the best player wins a very high percentage of the time because it's 5 sets. And that's got to happen 7 times in a row.
Yeah, you'd like to see him chase that, if I'm being honest. Because Alex had to chase, and he was humble enough to do it. And he's doing it magnificently. 3 love, 4 set. It's about passion. Hamad could do with a little bit of this, couldn't he? He had a little bit of this infused into his veins. It's about life and death.
Good on him.
Everyone wants somebody like that in their corner.
Yeah. What a learning curve here.
Time.
Medjedovic trailing love 3, 4 set.
15 love.
Sort of gone. He's gone a bit mentally, hasn't he? I mean, I don't take joy in suggesting that, but he's just dropped off, and you can understand, I guess, how hard it is to get the ball past, even with his power, to get the ball past de Minaur. but his body language is different now.
15-13.
How good a player do you think he could be?
Oh, I think he has easily the capabilities to be in the top 20, having watched him play before, but also what we saw for the first 90 minutes. I mean, there's absolutely no doubt. I mean, no doubt in my mind that, you know, from a tennis perspective, over the course of 11 months of a season, he should be able to spike to a degree that puts him in the top 20 often enough. You don't need to have 20 great tournaments. You can get there by having 5 absolute breakout events. But I'm not entirely sure that the best of 5 format, given what we've seen tonight, is going to allow him to have the breakout tournaments in these events once he butts up heads against somebody that is as durable as de Minaur is. He's going to have to kind of cut his way through a draw that potentially opens up.
But he's relatively young still.
Yeah, listen, he's got time on his side. There's no doubt about it.
Quite young, actually, quite young.
14,
Yeah.
13.
Well, compared to you, very young.
Well, you don't have to use that comparison, but he, but at 22. Imagine him at 25 years old.
I will say that he's got the hardest of all the skill sets to learn, because mental toughness is learnable. It isn't a gift that you're given. He's been given a gift with how he hits a tennis ball.
There's no doubt that that is the big question mark from tonight's performance.
Go on.
Yes, what a point from de Minaur around the net post pitch. How good was that? He's not the quickest guy in the world on a tennis court. You've told me so. He's not?
I don't know. I tell you what, he's one of the most skillful.
He went around the net post.
He went around it, he waited for it. He knew exactly what he was doing. Agonizingly close.
Medjedovic.
Still can't blow a candle out. Well, the smile there on the left was acknowledgement for the speed of de Minaur. That's what it was, if I can read anything. Of course you get confused when you can't put the ball away against this speed.
Advantage, de Minaur.
He's there. Oh, he's not there.
Juice.
This is great.
Oh, it is great.
Take your time, penalty doesn't matter.
Take your time. They're just about to get a code violation. That's what they're basically saying.
Stop.
Advantage.
Vanishing like a bottle of wine.
You're jumping, jump, jump. Vamos.
How much do you think de Minaur's enjoying this right now?
Juice.
I don't think he's. I think he will be enjoying it if he'd have won that point. I'm just looking at him right from our vantage point here, Fitzy. He was irritated because Medjedovic had given up on that point.
But it's a chance for him to just show us all this speed and skill, isn't it?
Advantage.
It's like he's not this type of personality, but it's like it's a little power play because you know you've got the other guy shaking his head because he can't get the ball past you, and it's a skill set that you can continue to use.
Your percentage is still 69 on the first. It's good. Come on, man.
So 69% he's saying on the first serve.
Well, there's good, and I'll raise your legendary.
Fabulous stuff. We've been entertained here. And so's this 15,000 strong crowd.
There are some things in money that money can't buy for everything else.
You know,
there's Alex de Minaur.
If you'd never been to a live tennis match like this before and you saw this, you wouldn't forget it.
No, you wouldn't. And yes, I just did nick that slogan from the sponsor behind his head. And nothing encapsulated it more than the point where he went round the net.
Please.
How much has it taken out of Alex de Minaur physically? Would be my last question.
I don't think a lot. No, I think the points have been pretty punchy, to be honest. There have been a few real memorable, indelible images from this match that we'll take with us, Fitzy, but no. Life isn't about how you survive the storm, which is what Alex tried to do for the first 90 minutes, but it's about how to dance in the rain, which is what he has done after it came down. 5-love. I'm hoping that somebody in EVS here has that point. I don't know. I'm kind of urging becoming commentators and directors. This is it, Fitzy. Let's have another look at this. Come on, this in all of its glory. Now we know what's coming. I'm almost going to enjoy it more second time around. That shot there from Medjedovic was unbelievable. Then it got entertaining. The last remnants of one of the great points of the Australian Open from 2026. Take a look at the skill set of the Australian. And not only that, how was the court coverage?
Something to see. Just awesome.
Love.
Alex just having a little venture into the net there.
13 love.
I don't think he would have been making that foray had the scoreline been a little bit closer. But he's done a great job of holding his breaks. He's done an amazing job of not allowing his opponent tonight to balance the books once he had got ahead.
Witness. For 10.
Well, super confident now.
40,
To be able to take that, to run through that. You know, if you prop and get balanced and you hit that, it's one thing, but to run through it, keep the control of the racket face, that's rather impressive.
Interesting to know whether this is a drop-off in enthusiasm or whether this is a physical discomfort for Medjedovic, because long-term, if it's physical, well, at least from his perspective, he's going to have to work a little bit harder in the gym or more hours on court. If this is enthusiasm, that's solely his problem. It is a long journey across 15 days, 7 matches, best of 5. And only the best survive.
Game. Medjedovic. De Minaur leads by 5 games to 1. Love. 30 love. Please.
Third round beckons.
Game, second match,
He'll be working from home again. Medjedovic's business trip is over. Australia through to the third round. That was impressive. It was also a lot of fun.